Okay. Let's look at some interesting news today. This is very interesting to tell you the truth. So, stocks drop, and again, today's date is September the 2nd, 2011. Stocks drop 250 points in the first 60 seconds today. Greek 1-year bonds at nearly 70%. 70, not 7%, which is like people start to flip out. Oh, this country's going to go bust at 7%. That's the telltale sign. 70. And for anyone thinking, oh, that's where the money's at, let me go into some of these Greek bonds. You will stand to lose. You will be the first to take a haircut when they can't pay up and decide we can't do it. We're going to reassess the value of these bonds. You'll get screwed. Of course, you add physical gold or silver, you don't have to worry about that. And of course, 70% for a Greek bond is crap compared to how much gold and silver has been going up recently. So, that's news. Stocks tumble on jobs report. Gold and silver spike on poor outlook. The case for stimulus, or quantitative easing 3, grows. Right? That case for stimulus grows. Okay. How's that recovery working out? Hey, listen, hold on. The recession officially ended April 2009. A government official word. All over the news. The recession has officially ended. We're going to have a slow creep back up to prosperity. And all of a sudden, what was that first one? Stocks tumble on jobs report. Interesting. Next headline. Bank of America may have to sell Merrill Lynch in order to survive. And in case you're wondering, all bank stocks were in the red today, and all of them several percent. Especially Bank of America was around 8 point something. You know I love Bank of America. Love Bank of America. I love me some Bank of America. The country Turkey. Turkey expels Israeli ambassador, suspends military ties with Israel. Is that the sound of the war drums I'm hearing? Right on cue, getting ready for that? Maybe not right away. They're gearing us up for that. Here's another interesting headline. Leaked. Goldman Sachs telling their rich friends, get out, the market is about to collapse. One possible escape of the collapse is the Swiss franc, or Swiss franc, whatever. I know a better one. You want to know what it is? You'll probably take the words out of my mouth. How about some silver or gold, especially silver? Yeah, that's better than the Swiss franc. Hiring in pause mode while firms hedge their bets. Yeah, we just push pause on hiring. It'll get better. Don't worry. We're pushing pause. I love these words, these little phrases. Who writes this crap? This nonsense. Why won't companies hire? Washington is in the way. That's what they are saying. Fed's likely response to jobs report is something called Operation Twist. What they're calling Twist. And you could be rest assured that'll equal some form of stimulus / QE3 whatever in the very near future. Here's a very interesting headline. This is one of those important ones. U.S. has zero jobs growth, first time since World War II. Yeah. U.S. has zero jobs growth, first time since World War II. Not first time in 10 years, first time in 20 years, or since the 87 stock market crash, or the 2008 problem, economic crash, Iceland went bankrupt, all that. So right, the whole economic cycle, crap cycle kicked in. No. U.S. has zero job growth since the first time since World War II. Interesting. Next headline. Why Bank of America is under pressure from the Fed. Next headline. Santelli. Mountain of U.S. debt Not going away. It's not going anywhere. What's his name? L'Oreal or something? L'Oreal Rubini. He used to actually be the original Doctor Doom, but he's been kind of light on the Doom side over the last few years. So I kind of stole his name for a little while. Called myself Doctor Doom. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and open this one. And let's see what this old girl has to say. Or, not a girl, but this website I'm referring to as the girl. You know, kind of like your car. Let's see what this old girl could do. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see what this old girl could do on this website. The world's developed economies are trapped at the stall speed of low growth and need to have greater fiscal stimulus and less austerity to kickstart growth. Leading economist Nouriel Roubini told CNBC Friday. Now notice how he said greater fiscal stimulus, in other words, more bailout money for everybody, but he did say and less austerity. I hope he's a little more clear and refers to not just stimulus going to the banks again, but stimulus going to the citizens and whatnot. If anything, okay. Be there in a minute. Gotta have time for kids interrupting. So, hopefully he says, and what he means is stimulus to the people who count. Right? Give everybody $50,000, $100,000. You want stimulus? You want to see stuff get done? Things get paid off, etc.? That'll stimulate it. I don't know if that's what he's referring to, but this guy usually is on the right side of the page. So, speaking at the Ambrosetti Forum on the shores of Lake Como near Milan, Rubini said in an interview, quote, "We are in a worse situation than we were in 2008. This time around, we have fiscal austerity and banks that are being cautious." Rubini, known for his bearish views on the world economy, thinks that there is a 60% chance of a second recession imminently. Economic data of recent weeks presents a mixed picture. Listen, Nouriel Roubini, yellow. You used to be called Dr. Doom for a good reason. You reported the truth. You spoke about the numbers, the economies of the world crashing. What the hell is this comment that you think there's a 60% chance of a second recession? We never got out of the first recession, right? I mean, we never got out of the first recession. Oh, yeah, wait, yeah, we did. I forgot. 2009, April. That's what the government told us. Forgot about that. Sorry. Yeah, we did get out of that recession, didn't we? Can't really tell from the jobs numbers. Can't really tell from the enormous amount of people running to the food stamp lines. 25 million, 30 million, 40 million, 45. We're at 47 now and climbing. Unbelievable. Nouriel Roubini, I may ask you to step into my office because you're about to be fired, son. 60% chance of a second recession. How about this? I'm going to give you 100% chance of a depression, and furthermore, the first recession that started technically in 2007, really. 08, whatever you want to call it, whatever date's your best pick. 2008 crisis. That was the start of a recession. They blew it up with all this money. It popped. Nothing to be shown. Nothing good came of it. Now the banks are in more trouble again, etc., etc., etc. We never left that recession. That recession was kind of like a jump start. Like, that's just a little jump start. I'll give you a perfect example. Back in the day when I was in sheep mode and just starting to get out of sheep mode and start to research, just before that transition, I had a 1999 Chevy Camaro SS that was turbocharged. Had a rear mount turbo. Love that car, fast as heck, just fun as hell to drive. And people used to comment about their little rice burner cars, little Hondas, little 4-cylinders, and how bad they were, how fast they were. Okay. And my little thing that I would put under my my signature on my comments on some of the message boards I'd visit was that I use your VTEC to start my car. In other words, your little powerful VTEC 4-cylinder, whatever, I use that to start the engine. That's my starter. You know what I mean? Kind of like a little slap in the face. Again, that's back in the day, big time sheep. I was I was one of the members of the sheep, one of the herd for sure. So, what I'm saying here with his little thing about the recession starting, that recession, I use that recession to start my depression. You follow me? So that recession is just them starting the motor of the greatest depression. So they're turning the key, it's cranking over. That's all that was. Now the engine's starting to start a little bit. It's starting to fire. It's about to start running full steam. So that's kind of a off-the-wall, weird analogy, whatever, so take it for what it's worth. But you know how I roll. I throw crazy stuff out like that. So it says, on Thursday, the government announced that jobless claims dropped by 11,000 to 409 last week. Friday's unemployment report in the U.S. is expected to show a gain of only 75,000 non-farm jobs during August. Now, didn't the report come out and say there was only like 15 or 17,000? Remember what Goldman Sachs said? We were forecasting 50,000 when this report comes out, jobs created. We're going to change that now due to economic key indicators, whatever we're looking at. We're going to say 25,000. And wasn't it today? It was either 15 or I think it was 17,000. So even far less than old Goldman predicted. Ooh, imagine that. Incredible. Yeah, this recession, we're not in a recession. There might be a double dip. We may have a double dip. We didn't foresee it. It was unexpected, right? Blah, blah, blah. Unexpectedly. I love that word. Unbelievable. Next, U.S. is set to sue a dozen big banks over mortgages. The federal agency that oversees the mortgage giants Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac is set to file suits against more than a dozen big banks, accusing them of misrepresenting the quality of mortgage securities they assembled and sold at the height of the housing bubble, and seeking billions of dollars in compensation. The Federal Housing Finance Agency suits, which are expected to be filed in the coming days in federal court, are aimed at, wait for it, Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, and Deutsche Bank, among others, according to 3 individuals briefed on the matter. The suits stem from subpoenas the finance agency issued to the banks a year ago. If the case is not filed Friday, today, which it hasn't been from what I understand, they said it will come Tuesday, shortly before a deadline expires for the housing agency to file claims. And wouldn't that be funny if the deadline came and went, and the banks won again? I hope that doesn't happen. It's all over the news now. I don't know if that would happen. The suits will argue the banks, which assembled the mortgages and marketed them as securities to investors, failed to perform the due diligence required under securities law and missed evidence that the borrowers' incomes were inflated or falsified. When many borrowers were unable to pay their mortgages, the securities backed by the mortgages quickly lost value. So you remember when I tell you my mortgage situation, why I quit paying mine, when I told them I looked into the chain of title of the note. We also understand exactly this right here. This sentence is also a case for me. Failed to perform the due diligence required by law under securities law and missed evidence that the borrower, their income, was either inflated or falsified, nor did they check. It is law. By law, a bank or lending institution, when you walk in the door and say, I need a loan, I need to see some check stubs, proof of payroll, you know what I mean, of employment. How long have you been there? Also need to see proof of that. What are your other bills? We're going to run a background check on you as far as credit and whatnot. We're going to see what you got going on, etc. And we may need to look at your bank account for the last 6 months or something. Only to find out, sir, there isn't a chance in hell that you're going to qualify for this mortgage, much less any mortgage. Get out of here. Oh, no, we can't have that. Bankers can't make money like that. So what did they do? Everybody, like the stupid commercials. Call now. Everybody's approved. And then the little tiny writing comes across. Or the little fast voice. Does not include blah, 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 blah. You know, this, that, credit score above this. He still says, still no sign. Everybody's approved. Don't look down here. Don't look down here. Don't look at the fine print. Freaking bozo. Bunch of shysters. So that's fraud. You could say right there. By looking the other way, falsifying documents, quote, telling you to say, how much do you make? Higher. Sir, how much do you make again? No. Higher. How much do you make again? Okay, yeah, you're qualified. That's how that went down to most people. I got a loan the same way. They didn't ask me how much I made. Matter of fact, forget that. They didn't even ask me how much I made, much less told me to falsify any kind of documentation. You're approved. You got a good credit score. Matter of fact, you have a fantastic credit score. You're approved. Oh, okay. Hey, I went to the expert. You're the lending company, the mortgage writer. You guys are the experts. Like the doctor. I walk in a doctor's office. I don't know nothing about that stuff. You're the expert. I'm coming to you. You tell me I've got this. I need this to cure it. Okay, thanks. When I go to get a mortgage, got to get a house, got to live somewhere, and I go to the expert. Oh, you're approved. Yeah, we got your bills covered. Everything. Oh, yeah, you got this under control. And then all these people who found out, man, I still can't. I don't know why they gave me this loan. I can't afford it. I'm just like, my bank account's dwindling now, and what's wrong here? Like, was stuff getting expensive? No, they sold you a loan that you couldn't pay back, just like they sold Greece and these other countries. IMF did. These loans forced it down their damn throat that they couldn't afford either. Oh, we can't make the payments. Can you extend the loan? Oh, we'll give you another loan with better terms. On top of the first loan, of course. Huh? Okay. Now they can't pay that back. Again, Greek bonds. 70%. 1 year Greek bonds. Up nearly 70%. Not up, but that's what they're at. 70%. So, again, case closed. Not only do we have the chain of title problem, gaping hole, big problem, major problem, in my particular instance, and I would almost guarantee 8 or 9 out of 10 people listening to this video right now, you too, but we also have the mortgage fraud part of this. The securities law that states you go and package these things and do this and that. Certain laws apply. You have got to make sure these borrowers are legitimate. They can pay it. Due diligence must be done. It wasn't done, so it's not even the borrower's fault. Listen to me. Not even the borrower's fault. What the? It is not even the borrower's fault. But the average borrower, oh, I got that loan. I guess, I couldn't afford it. I'll just let the bank take it. I'll walk out of my house and go rent somewhere for a while until this economy picks up. I'm just in a slump. It's my fault. And they pound on themselves inside, eat at themselves alive, thinking it's their fault, or, man, I should have went back to school. I knew I should have went back to school because I could afford this right now if I was in school making big bucks. And then some people go and get into Mohawk to go to school, only to find out there's 100 other people in line behind you with degrees and certifications and ITT Tech. You just come in and learn the specialty. Same thing. There's 100 people behind you. They have the experience. They have the training. And you just got out of school. And now all of a sudden you're going to get that job. The school's going to tell you that. Absolutely. My cousin is about to do a little 4-month IT training course. But there's a way, if he's doing it, I guess he qualifies into some program to where it's not really going to cost him anything. In that case, man, more power to you. But I was the first to say, if it costs you any money, don't even waste your time. I'm telling you right now, don't waste your time. No one's going to pick you when there's people standing in lines. IT, my kind of job, standing in line, willing to work for good pay that you're also wanting to get. They've got a resume this long, just chock full of stuff, not even lies, full of stuff. And then you come out, oh, I just passed this 4-month training course. But that's it? Like no work experience? No. Get the hell out of here, kid. That's what's going to happen. So get this. He goes to a job seminar. Come on, all over the radio, TV ads, job seminar, job, what do they call those things? What's the name? Not a job seminar, where you come together. It's a big job fair. Jobs fair. Jobs fair. Come on in. All over the radio, TV ads, jobs fair, jobs fair. Everyone floods into that place. My cousin included. You're going to love this. You're going to love this. Guess how many people were there? Businesses looking to hire bright minds, individuals. We need some hiring going on. Oh, pretty much almost nobody. Just a tiny smidgen of something this huge was actual jobs looking, and it's nonsense jobs. The other 90% or so of the people or businesses that were there come to this school, come to ITT Tech, come to this online college, come over here, get a higher education. That's who showed up at the freaking job fair? What the hell kind of job fair has people trying to suck you into school? If I go to a damn job fair, it's because I'm needing a damn job. I want to apply. Give me a job. Oh, no. You need an education. But I thought I was coming here to get a job. I thought this was the job fair. No? Well, you stand a better chance if you have a better education. Oh, really? What do you guys offer? Oh, you have a special course. And they sucker you in just like a damn military recruiter at your freaking school. Suck you in. They don't tell you any of the bad stuff. Oh, you're a soldier. You're the man. Fight for your freedom, your country. You get free college if you put in the time. Yeah. But don't tell them about the thousands that come back and commit suicide because they can't take what they saw over there. We can't talk about that. So, it says here, when many borrowers were unable to pay their mortgages, the securities backed by the mortgages quickly lost value. Of course. It's like saying I doused my house with gasoline, high grade like jet fuel, and it quickly caught fire when I set a match to it. Duh. Obviously. You can't sell people who can't afford mortgages a mortgage, which then pushes the price up on everybody because everyone's approved. The price skyrockets, big bubble occurs. Then someone gets out in the world or a new family or whatever. Hey, honey, let's go find a house. How much are these houses? Man, we can't really afford that. Well, let's go look at some other areas that we can afford. And then you come to the conclusion, you're either in the ghetto or one street over from the ghetto. That's what you can afford. I'm not raising my children and I'm not living there getting broken into. Forget that. Let's go back to the decent neighborhoods again. Well, that's out of our price range. Well, how's everyone else doing it? I don't know. Let's talk to a mortgage broker. Let's call. Okay. Call a realtor. Okay. We're looking at these houses. You guys can afford this. We can? Yeah. Sign here. You don't need any proof of any. No. Have a nice day. And then, of course, they're doing the right thing, making them payments. Hey, I got that loan. I owe that money. Only to find out it's killing them and raping their bank account. And the result is the same. So why did they let thousands of dollars in their bank account go down to nothing and then decide, oh, we're in trouble now, let's get out of this house. We can't afford it. Same result. Now their money's gone. They had to leave anyways. So if that's the case, you might as well quit paying the mortgage and then stay in the house as long as you can. Your livelihood's at stake. You got to live somewhere. This isn't about raping the bankers. Let's do some kind of fraud on them. No. They committed the fraud. This is an after effect of what they did. Just like if I set the house on fire and the whole damn thing burns to the ground and there's nothing left, that's the after effect of the action that I did when I burnt the house down. So, who's at fault? Afterwards, they're going to point fingers or they're going to say, hey, this bozo not only lit the fire, but he doused it with this high-grade jet fuel. Hell yeah, he's at fault. And that bozo would be, pretend me, right? Bank of America, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, the big boys. That's who that was that lit the fire. And they're trying to make sure no one points in that direction and just says, hey, let's look at the house itself. The structure wasn't sound. And it was made of old tinderbox material. That thing, they want you focused on that crap. In other words, they want you focused on the person. Hey, you got that loan. You got an ARM rate. You got an adjustable rate mortgage. That's your fault for getting that, buddy. And then the interest goes up a few percent, and now your bill goes up $200 a month, and you can't pay it. That's your fault. No, it's not. That little $200 a month means nothing. Sorry. Try again. They want you focused on the bull crap when these criminals are the one that did it. So anyways, that's all I got for you tonight. I will talk to you all later.